Hey folks, it's Glenn the Ball Chef, and today I'm going to put together a really simple way to put together pesto and then freeze it for a later use. And I've used this recipe every time I've grown basil, and it's a great method to make some really quick marinara sauce or use it for any other type of dish that requires pesto. I'm going to show you how to put this easy one together, and I think you're going to like it. So let's make this thing happen. The first step in this recipe is to prepare the basil by removing the stems. Very important step. Then we'll wash the basil with some crispy Kangen water to remove all the pesticides and make sure that this is fully washed off before we prepare our pesto. I love Kangen water. Oh yeah. All right. Now we're going to take some really special extra virgin olive oil, put it in our Cuisinart, just kind of lay it over the base. It seems like a lot of oil, but at the end of the day it's probably only a quarter a cup. But we're going to layer this thing up. Now that we have the bottom of our Cuisinart filled, we're going to take some pine nuts and place them into the Cuisinart. There's probably 10 nuts in there. We'll take 4, maybe 5 cloves of fresh garlic, about 1/3 of our basil, freshly cleaned, ready to use. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this top on the Cuisinart. Ah, got it. Oh, there we go. All right, spinning this thing around, shut it off, and then we'll take the top back off, put some more extra virgin olive oil. This is really good imported olive oil I got here. I really like it a lot. Put some more of the rest of that garlic in there. Put some more basil in there. Stuff that down. Double down. Put the top on this thing. If I can get this thing figured out, I'm going to be a genius. Now we just blend this down. We got a nice mixture going. Just gonna take a minute here. I think we got it. Let's take the lid off this bad boy here and put the rest of the ingredients that concern the basil, and of course another layer of olive oil, extra virgin, imported, top of the line stuff here, folks. Not gonna cheat you on this one. And then we'll put the final batch of our basil in here. Up. Put the top back on. I think I'm learning how to do this. I think. Yep, got it right. Now we're going to blend this thing down. Oh, this is mixing up real nice. Oh, a little piece kind of came over the side there. Not a problem. But I think we're going to infuse all that garlic, pine nut, olive oil, and basil into this delicious mixture of goodness. Now that we have gotten to that step, we'll do the final round the block tour with our extra virgin olive oil, and then we're going to add the last ingredient, which of course is Reggiano Parmesan cheese, about a 1/4 cup, maybe a little more, and that will bring this whole thing together. Put the top back on. I think we can get it done right this time. Ah, look at that, perfection. Now we spin it around. Get that garlic, cheese, basil, pine nut, olive oil, all mixed into this perfect pesto sauce. And folks, as you can see, it's mixed up to perfection. Now we'll put it into a beaker. I don't know if it's a beaker or some kind of measuring cup that has a little beak on it, so that we can pour it into an ice cube tray. We'll be able to freeze this, and once we have all of our ingredients, let's take the blade off the Cuisinart, Got to get every bit of this off here, of course. Once we have all of it off, I'm going to get the rest of this out of the Cuisinart and into our container here. Don't want to waste any of it. Coming out nicely. The aroma's just delightful on many levels. Keep this stuff for all kinds of little side dishes. Now I'm going to try to carefully, I'm making all kinds of a mess here, but we're going to get this into this ice cube tray. And I underestimated the quantity that I was going to make because I have 2 ice cube trays here, and I only have enough for really one. So I'll put that into this ice cube tray and try to straighten this thing out with a spatula so that I don't have this thing in a position where it's not going to come out right. Get all that out of there. Now that I've got this all fixed up, I had a little bit extra, to be honest with you, that I used that night, but here we go. Clean this thing up, put a little bit of foil over it, and froze it up good. Now we can store the rest of the stuff up here in a plastic container for later use. And you've got fresh basil. They'll stick in your fridge. Now I'm going to use an example of how this can be used. We're going to take some crushed tomatoes and add one more tin in there, and then we'll plop in some of this incredible, delicious frozen basil cubes. There they go, right into the pot. We'll boil these down for about a half an hour. And folks, that is some professional looking sauce if I've ever seen it. Bordering on spectacular. Well, folks, I'll tell you what, give this recipe a try. Put it in your fridge. You can use this pesto for just about anything. I made a little bit of homemade sauce here, just a jiffy. Let's just see how this came out. Tell you, it's restaurant quality stuff, folks. Basil, the garlic, olive oil, little pine nuts. So handy to have around, so versatile. I really appreciate you stopping by, checking out this special video. Give me a big thumbs up if you like what you see, and as always, bon appetit.